Losing someone you love can change everything about how you see the world. And for Kate Cassidy, the loss of Liam Payne wasn't just heartbreaking, it was world-shattering. The influencer who once lived a glamorous, carefree life beside the former One Direction star has been opening up about what it really took to survive after his tragic passing. And trust me, this isn't your usual sad music montage story. It's got grit, honesty, and even a few unexpected laughs in the middle of all that pain. It's been almost a year since Liam Payne's shocking death in Buenos Aires. The news hit fans like a lightning bolt. One minute he was touring, creating music, being his usual cheeky self, and the next, the headlines were everywhere. Liam Payne dead at 31. No one saw it coming, least of all Kate. She went from sharing morning coffees and inside jokes with him to waking up in a world where none of that existed anymore. She's talked about how those first 2 months were a blur of disbelief, Netflix marathons, and an emotional hangover that wouldn't quit. I wasn't doing anything, she admitted, just dealing with that grief and pain, not wanting to really live my life. And let's be honest, who could blame her? When the love of your life is gone, suddenly brushing your teeth feels like climbing Everest. But Kate isn't the type to stay down for long. Somewhere between crying over old pictures and eating comfort food that probably could have fueled an entire bakery, she had that one moment of clarity, the enough is enough moment. She decided she couldn't live the rest of her life under the weight of loss. She said she realized that she had to work her way through this. So she did what any strong, slightly chaotic 20-something would do. She built herself back up from the ground. Step 1, set an alarm. Sounds small, but if you've ever hit snooze 12 times in a row, you know that's no joke. Step 2, hit the gym. She started working out again, trading her grief naps for squats and morning runs. Apparently, endorphins don't lie. And while they can't bring Liam back, they can make getting out of bed a little easier. Step 3, eat clean. Because when your brain's a mess, the least you can do is not make your stomach one too. And somewhere in between green smoothies and early mornings, Kate found her way to something she thought she'd lost forever: peace. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were days she'd scroll through old texts or watch Liam's interviews and feel the pain punch right back in. You don't just move on from that kind of love. You learn how to carry it differently. Kate said she started to fill her days with structure and habits because they really help her headspace. There's something oddly poetic about that, healing not through grand gestures, but through the quiet discipline of living. She even took her story to Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast, opening up to millions of listeners about what it's really like to lose your person in front of the world. And here's where things get surprisingly touching and a little Hollywood. Kate recalled the last beautiful moment she shared with Liam, one that fans never got to see. No paparazzi, no cameras, no chaos. Just two people in love, completely unaware it would be their final goodbye. She didn't go into detail, but her voice broke just enough for everyone listening to feel it. It wasn't about celebrity drama or scandal. It was about something universal, loving someone so deeply that losing them changes your DNA. But even through all that heartbreak, Kata's story has this thread of humor and resilience that makes you root for her. She laughs about how her healing era started with her alarm clock trying to murder her peace every morning at 7 a.m. She jokes that her therapist deserves an Oscar, and she admits that some days she still tucks to Liam like he's just out grabbing coffee because, hey, grief doesn't play by the rules. One minute you're fine, the next you're crying in the cereal aisle because your favorite song came on. And that's okay. Fans who have followed Kate and Liam's story from the beginning know that their relationship was filled with passion, laughter, and that playful chaos that made them such an unexpected duo. She was the influencer with sparkle, he was the pop star with a past. Together, they were a modern fairy tale until tragedy cut it short. Now, as Kate shares her journey, she's not just speaking for herself. She's speaking for anyone who's had to rebuild a life they didn't plan on living. And that's what makes her so compelling. She's not out here trying to rebrand grief or sell a wellness routine. She's just telling it how it is. There's no perfect timeline for healing. Sometimes you just have to get up, go for a walk, and hope the day feels a little lighter than yesterday. Sometimes humor sneaks in where the pain used to live. And sometimes, like Kate, you find yourself looking up at the sky, smiling through tears because the love never really leaves. It just changes form. Kate Cassidy's openness has turned her pain into power. She's proof that vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the first step to reclaiming your life. Sure, she still misses Liam. That will never go away. But now she's honoring him by actually living. Posting again, laughing again, and sharing bits of her journey so that others can feel a little less alone in their own heartbreaks. And that's the beauty of it all. Life doesn't stop when tragedy hits, it just asks you to find a new rhythm. Kate found hers through discipline, humor, and brutal honesty. And maybe that's exactly what Liam would have wanted for her. So next time you think celebrities have it easy, remember stories like this. Stories where behind the perfect photos and followers, there's a human being trying to hold it all together. Kate Cassidy didn't just survive the unthinkable. She showed us what it looks like to fight your way back to yourself, one morning alarm and one deep breath at a time. If you felt that, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs a little hope today, and don't forget to subscribe to Inside Hollywood, where we bring you the real stories behind the headlines, the laughter behind the tears, and the humanity behind the fame.